Anyone else, in my opinion, that did what he did that day would no longer work at the CBI today.
Controversy brewing inside Colorado's most powerful law enforcement agency. This is a story brought to light by insiders accusing leadership of a cover-up.
Now, insiders accuse the director of the Colorado Bureau of Investigation of preferential treatment after his friend, a sworn agent, was captured on body-worn camera using a racial slur.
Those insiders brought that story and their frustrations to Denver 7's chief investigative reporter, Tony Coverup.
This is about shining a light.
They're not being accountable. They're not being transparent.
A light on what we found in this report.
We've read through the report. What do these 20 pages say?
These 20 pages say that someone that's trusted to uphold the laws of the state of Colorado is a racist. He's out of control.
A light on what was captured in a recording from a body-worn camera.
Anyone else, in my opinion, that did what he did that day would no longer work at the CBI today.
And a light on decisions made by senior leaders inside this office.
I'm sad that we have to be here. I'm sad that I'm sitting in this chair. I'm thankful that you're asking the tough questions because there's no one else to do it.
He's an informed source asking us to disguise his voice and his image. He fears retaliation.
Why are you sitting in that chair?
Because I didn't know another way that we could right the wrongs that are occurring at CBI.
And he's not alone. Denver 7 Investigates has received a total of 4 emails and communications from knowledgeable sources demanding accountability. Their connections to CBI confirmed by our team.
They don't want to talk about it. They want to cover it up and move on.
Hi, Valentine.
Sources say frustrations are boiling over, anger over how senior CBI leaders handled an investigation into this phone call between a female and a veteran CBI agent on Valentine's Day earlier this year.
Just waiting on the SWAT team to get here.
CBI agent Doug Pearson is in a state vehicle. Records show he inadvertently activated his body-worn camera. The video shows that camera was sitting next to him in the passenger seat.
He's waiting for her roses right now.
This 37-minute recording includes a phone conversation he never intended to record.
Called me and said that there was a shooting.
In Kansas City?
And what follows became the center of that 20-page internal affairs investigation.
They have 22 victims at Research Hospital, 1 confirmed dead.
She's informing Agent Pearson about the shooting in Kansas City, the shooting the day of the Chiefs Super Bowl parade. 1 minute and 15 seconds after learning of the shooting,
Are you looking it up or?
Yeah.
Agent Doug Pearson, with no information about the shooters' identities, came to this conclusion.
Let me guess.
So in the recording, it's clear Agent Pearson says the effing N-word. Reaction.
I think it's absolutely disgusting. It rolled off his tongue so quickly, so cavalierly. That language is never acceptable, let alone from a law enforcement officer.
The body-worn camera continued recording. The phone call lasted another 3 minutes. During that time, Agent Pearson never apologized, explained, or retracted his decision to use the N-word in his assessment of the potential Kansas City gunman.
I'm telling you right now, anyone else says that, except Chris Schaefer's best friend, they're fired. I promise.
Chris Schaefer is the director of the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, the most powerful person in the state's top law enforcement agency. He oversees a staff of more than 330 employees, including Agent Doug Pearson.
Is the relationship with Director Schaefer and Agent Pearson well known?
It is well known. They make no effort to hide it. They go on business trips together, non-CBI business trips. They speak in front of conventions and law enforcement groups about motorcycle gangs. There is no secret in their relationship and how close they are.
Denver 7 Investigates confirmed those statements in this Facebook posting from a few years back. It includes Doug Pearson's picture and specifically describes his working relationship with Chris Schaefer. Also, in recent communications, CBI confirmed to Denver 7 that Schaefer and Pearson have a decades-long personal relationship.
What happened to Mr. Pearson?
Well, there's nothing official. No one knows for sure, but I will tell you what didn't happen. What didn't happen is he was not suspended. He kept working. He's still actively involved in cases.
CBI launched an internal affairs investigation after a routine review of the inadvertent recording discovered Agent Pearson using that N-word. According to the report, Agent Pearson violated policy and told investigators using the word while representing CBI is horrible. And he said it is not a normal term he uses in his everyday vocabulary. The Internal Affairs report does not include any details about disciplinary action.
It has had no negative effect that I can tell on his life at all.
How are the rank and file reacting to the discipline, or maybe lack of discipline?
They're angry, they're frustrated, frankly, they're embarrassed.
Outraged by the actions and the investigation that followed, several current and former CBI employees sent communications to Denver 7 Investigates, including this one. The hardworking men and women of CBI deserve better and should not be subject to the ugliness of Pearson and the message Director Schaefer is sending by protecting his close friend. Denver 7 Investigates reached out to Director Schaefer and Agent Pearson requesting interviews to explain what was captured on the body camera and to address the concerns raised about the investigation. Director Schaefer and Agent Pearson both declined to sit in front of our camera.
Let me guess.
That's not the person I want investigating crimes on my behalf.
What needs to happen here?
Agent Pearson needs to be fired, first of all. Anyone else would have been. And honestly, I think Director Schaefer needs to step down. I think he's beyond saving this. I think he's done this for too long, and I think he's lost all credibility.
And now let us emphasize, our investigation over the past several weeks has included calls and communications with several current and former CBI employees. Many wanted to talk to us on camera, but declined because they feared serious retaliation. Now to Director Schaefer. After declining our request for on-camera interviews, he did send us this statement, and it included, "Racist language violates our core tenet of respect towards everyone." And it concluded, "The agent was investigated, the findings sustained, and discipline issued. I was not involved in the investigation or outcome, and we can't disclose the discipline because of state personnel rules." Now, insiders still want answers from Director Schaefer, and we intend to ask those questions in the days ahead. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
Tony, thank you. And today, CBI told Denver 7 Investigates that Agent Pearson sent an email to staff ahead of this story airing. In it, he apologizes for his language captured on body-worn camera. He said it is not reflective of his character.